Last time on Adventure Adrift, we headed deep into the mangroves of Magdalena Bay. Here, we watched as hundreds of gray whale mamas and brand new babies frolicked in the protected channels, learning to swim and breach. Then, we set off exploring the tiny mangrove channels by dinghy, finding lots of wildlife, and enjoyed the peace, quiet, and remoteness of this beautiful, unique place. We also got in lots of good fishing, and Ty got a haircut in the wilderness.
G'day guys.
Hello, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you do, remember to give us a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already.
Thanks very much for all the dinghy name suggestions. We've narrowed it down to the top 5 of your suggestions, and we're going to put them up for a vote on our Patreon website and let our awesome patrons make the final decision on the name.
Yeah, so our top 5 picks were Arjuna, Misu, Cabrillo, Puerto San Carlos, and Sapactali. So we spent more than 2 months in Magdalena Bay, which was a place that we didn't really know much about or didn't plan to spend much time there. Ended up being a little paradise for us. Despite the dinghy incident, which was a bit of fun along with the work, we had a really good time up in the mangroves, exploring all the little channels. The whales up there were amazing, the wildlife. It was just a really amazing place, but like everything, it's time to move on and check out another place.
Heading back into San Carlos for what would be our last time, went into town and did some grocery shopping and got our provisions.
En la mochila. So along with our provisioning, we also needed to fill up our diesel. Our last diesel fill had been a few months ago in San Diego, but while we were in Magdalena Bay, we had done quite a bit more motoring than usual with the narrow channels and the strong currents. So we opted to use jerry cans to fill up and took a few trips, but got it all filled up.
We are leaving San Carlos.
For the last time.
Probably the last time. Bye, San Carlos.
Yeah.
Spent a long time here. It became like a second home.
Yeah, we've been here 2 months almost now. And beautiful beaches.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool indeed. But bye for now. Time to move on.
Yep.
Onward and upward.
Onward and upward. Capitanía del Puerto, Isla Magdalena. Este es el velero Baruna. Cambia.
So we're up here eating breakfast this morning, having some cereal. We're actually going to go into town and head up to the school, which you can't see. It's up there on the hill, and give them some school supplies. But I just spotted, without even using the binoculars, what looked like them playing tunnel ball. And then I picked up the binoculars, and yes, they are playing tunnel ball. Teacher is teaching them, they don't know how. It must be their first time because they seem very confused. Over on Isla Magdalena, we found a little government food store that kind of helped out the lower income people on the islands. We thought we'd donate a little bit of food to them, so we took up some of our extra canned foods that we had and dropped them off with them.
So we're just about to head up to the local community assistance like grocery store thing and give them a few of our extra cans that we have on board. We were gonna go do that yesterday, but they're closed up. Everyone was in church right here for Ash Wednesday. Pastas con carne de res y tomate también.
¿De dónde vienen ustedes?
De los Estados Unidos.
¿Pero de qué? California, Los Ángeles, San Diego?
Yo soy del estado de Washington.
De Washington.
Sí, y él es de Australia.
Australia.
Sí.
¿Son pareja?
Sí, sí. Y venimos por Valero. Sí. De Washington a California y entonces en Baja California.
Está bien, qué bien.
Sí.
Un largo viaje.
Sí, sí, muy largo. So we just went and dropped off the food. It was a different lady than we had spoken to the other day, so she was a bit caught off guard, I think. She didn't quite understand at first, but once she realized that we wanted to just give it as a gift to kind of help out, she was really appreciative. And now we're going to head up to the school. So while we were on the island, we were walking around and we got asked if we were diesel mechanics, which obviously, definitely we are not. But talking to the guys there, we found out that they have one generator in town that runs all the power, and it had not been working for the past couple of days, so they hadn't had any power on the island for the last couple of days. So we decided to go take a look at it and see if there was anything we could help with. Thanks to Hugh, our diesel engine teacher we had in Portland last year, turns out we actually could help them out. They had the whole thing opened up and all the cylinders open, and they didn't know about bleeding the cylinders and getting the air out. So we helped them with that. We also had to find a few hoses and stuff, which was a bit tough. But we were able to get their generator back up and running again for them after bleeding the system for it.
So I've been putting this off for a while, but the boat really needs a clean, and we're out here close to the entrance now of Magdalena Bay. And it's something I really want to get done before we head off here in a couple of days south. So I'm going to jump in and give it a clean. Clarity of the water should be a bit better here to see. Hillary's finishing the laundry. It was time to give the bottom of Varuna a good clean, which we hadn't done since San Diego. All the time sitting in the bay had allowed some growth to build up, which was slowing us down. So I put a couple of lines out on either side because the currents were really strong there, and jumped in and started the clean.
Take me home. I don't wanna be
And about halfway through, I jumped in, swapped out with Ty. It's actually really cold water, even this far down the Baja coast on the Pacific side. So it was a bit chilly, but jumped in and gave the rest of the hull a good scrub.
How does the keel look?
I haven't gotten to that yet, I'm just doing the hull still. And came out covered in thousands of these little creatures, which we found out are called amphipods. They look like little tiny minuscule shrimp, and they just cover the bottom of the boat like an inch or two thick.
It was like a grass or something, right? Like just the whole bottom. So they came off really easy, like you would scrape. They weren't really attached like a barnacle, they would just float away, but they'd float all over you and float back
Cover
onto
you
the
back
boat.
onto the boat.
Yeah.
But we got them off as good as we could and scraped off a few barnacles on the bottom of the boat as well and got Varuna nice and clean again. I have sea creatures living on me.
They are
Crawling around.
crawling around.
It's really gross.
And that's 1/100th of what was on there.
Not even that.
They were all over.
They were. There were like bunches of them on my legs. Like they were trying to grow on my legs. Are they on my back too?
That's all for this time, guys. Thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, be sure and come back next week and check out our passage leaving Magdalena Bay around the bottom of Baja, and we begin to make our way up into the Sea of Cortez.
Cheers.
Bye.